Several provinces have now implemented a proof of vaccination program, and there has been some confusion and teething troubles as people get used to it. In our weekly Q&A with Toronto's Associate Medical Officer of Health, a viewer asked why restaurant patrons must show proof of vaccination under the new program, but restaurant staff are not required to do the same.
The vaccine certification process is for patrons. Staff are covered under occupational health and safety guidelines, regulations, recommendations. And in Toronto, we have made a recommendation that workplaces have a vaccination policy for their staff. So while it's not a requirement under the vaccine certification process, it is certainly recommended that restaurants have a policy for their staff. It is in the best interest of the restaurant to look after their staff, because we know that in restaurants among staff, there have been outbreaks. And if their staff are not vaccinated, they will not even be able to protect themselves from an occupational health and safety perspective. So that is still a public health recommendation. But you're right, it is not included in the vaccine certification process. There is no regulation requiring it of employers, but there is a strong recommendation, yes.
Right.
But in some workplaces, it is a requirement. And so that's why you have to follow up with your particular workplace. And so, you know, if you're asking about a restaurant, you could ask them, do you have a vaccination policy for your staff? And what is it? Are they required to be vaccinated? If they're not vaccinated, do you have testing or some other thing that's in place? So I think that you could ask that. What is their policy for the workplace?
For more answers from this Q&A and to submit your questions for our next one, you can go to our website citynews.ca/COVID answers. For City News, I'm Dilshad Burman.